Alright, we are back for round 1 and that hand is very fine. I do like Thoughtseize to turn 1 and turn 2 Liliana. That seems like a very good start. I have also enough mana to play for. That's a great hand. It seems quite controlly, but hopefully we'll get some piece of reanimation in the meantime. Alright, the opponent mulled to 6 and is deciding whether they want to keep on top or bottom, I guess, and they put the card on bottom. Alright. I think I will just Thoughtseize now in case I were to draw a 2-drop that I wanna use. Alright, so blue-white control it seems. I don't really care about Terminus. I'm just gonna write down what they have. Alright, so Terminus, which I don't care about. Island, Plane, Delta, Ranger, and Reckoner. Liliana should be pretty great against his hand. I think I will cut the Cloud Goat Ranger. I don't really care about anything else. Even if my opponent finds another white to cast the Reckoner, I can make it being sacrificed with Liliana, so I really don't care about that too much. I would assume that they are fetching a blue-white, but they still need a third white to cast Reckoner, and I do have Liliana to answer that, so don't feel too threatened by that card. Drawing an island was fine. I mean, not my. Alright, they got a third white, I guess. Sure. I still think that Reckoner is much less threatening than Ranger. Put a card on top. Well, drawing that land was not great, but there's not much I can do about that. Well, at least I have fodder to discard, which is great for me. And unless my opponent also top decked Spell Pierce in the meantime, this should resolve and do a decent job. So they discard their island. Alright, so they have a they have a Reckoner. Yeah, just a Terminus that I know about. I don't know about any other card in their hand now. Alright, so I'm gonna make my opponent sacrifice a creature, and I'm gonna FOF main phase so I don't get countered, because yeah, I just really don't want to be countered. Alright, well, that doesn't look too great. It's fairly weird. Kinda wanna get the Primus into my graveyard. Kinda wanna get the Dreadbore though, if they have another creature. That was not a great FOF for me. And my opponent split the things pretty well, I would say. I have a lot of ways to discard cards from my hand, so I think I'll take the Primus, and I have Liliana to discard it too, and I think having a removal is pretty important there. Alright, Wall of Omen, I don't really care about that at all. Leaving Death. Well, that's kinda clunky right now. I will definitely discard the Primus. I wish I had taken Entomb now, but you know, I could not know that I would draw Living Death. So, Ice and that, sure. So if I leave it, oh, never mind. I wanted to discard the Primus. I'm not paying enough attention. That's stupid. I will be able to do that next turn, but yeah, I wanted to discard the Primus, not the island. Not sure why I did that. Let's say I discarded the Primus and I would use a Living Death. Oh, well, I guess that's pretty convenient for the opponent. Just a random miracle out of nowhere. I do have the Living Death, so I don't feel too threatened by that, but it's certainly good for the opponent and not so good for me. So I guess I will get back the Ranger and the Reckoner, which is pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty clunky. And that top deck was quite crazy from the opponent. Not much I can do about that though. Alright, let's see what we draw. An island. That's definitely not very helpful. And I think I do have to Living Death now, even though it's slightly clunky. Because I get back a Reckoner and a Cloud Goat Ranger. Yeah. Alright, well that's not the best turn of event, but yeah, things went a bit clunky there. Let's kill the Fontaine. I'm probably gonna die from the Ranger. You do have an answer to the Reckoner, but Ranger is pretty good there. So I guess my opponent can put me down to 8. And I'm actually... yeah, I'm gonna die very quickly there. Why would you not attack with Reckoner? I don't understand that. You know that I have a removal. So that play does not make much sense to me. Because if I block... well, you just deal 6 to my face, so... I would have attacked with the Reckoner. Weird play. Alright, sure. That was not bad. It means I can kill a Kitkin and then be able to block that thing if needed. That was a very solid top deck. So let's get rid of the Reckoner. Bounce a Kitkin and attack with the Primus. And that should put me in a decent spot. I was a bit worried about dying from just this attacking me, but now it's not very likely because I am winning the race currently, and I can, I can just chump block or block that with my Manowar if they don't have the Soldier. And this has trample, so the token they don't really matter. So overall, that was a that was a weird game though, but things turned out pretty well for me, I would say. Drawing a land here was not great, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, 6 more damage. I might as well play my Swamp, I think. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands, 7. So I guess I have only 4 lands left in my library, which is a bit more than 1/5 of my library. Alright, Blade Splicer is fine. I mean, it's slightly annoying, but if my opponent wants to double block, I don't mind. This will get back onto the battlefield and kill more things. So it's completely fine with me. Alright, let's beat down with the Primus. Chase was definitely a very good draw. Alright, I don't mind that. Sure. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yup. Now the question is, do I kill the golem or do I kill the land? Actually, it's non-creature permanent, so... And I would have killed the land pretty much no matter what, I think, so... Alright, and now I can just Jace it up, do a small FOF, and yep, this should put me in a very solid spot. Necrotal cannot kill the golem, but yeah, that would have done the trick. Alright, that was a pretty weird game. Interesting, but pretty weird. Yeah. It was definitely something. Is there anything I want to side in? Negate seems like a good option against a control deck with miracle cards. Other than that, I kinda like having a way to kill Planeswalker and creatures. Necrozol seems fine in this matchup. Elendra is great. What would I cut? Living Death was not so great this game. And I think it's better against aggressive deck, not so much against more control-y deck. It's not bad though. Rakdos Return is slightly worse than the draw. I really don't know what I should cut. Maybe Living Death is not that great. Like, unless I make a really aggressive start with Blade Splicer and a bunch of token creature, I don't really think I want that most of the time. I guess it deals with cards like Ranger, Cloud God Ranger. I could also cut Careful Study. I have enough ways to put things into my graveyard. But it is not that necessary. I guess I'll cut Living Death for now. Living Death kinda won me the game last time though. It's really not easy to know what I should cut here. Yeah, I truly have no idea. Just not a big fan of Rakdos Return on the draw. It's a strong card, it's very good, but it's just not my favorite thing to do on the draw. In general, card advantage stuff is much worse on the draw. Alright, that hand is fine, I'm gonna keep it. I do like it a decent amount. As my opponent will scry something to the bottom or the top. Bottom, alright. Let's play Blood Crypt. And hopefully we'll eat something of the Ogre of Bolas. Otherwise it could be slightly annoying. And hopefully we'll find a way to put that Rider onto the graveyard. Wall of Omen, I don't really care about that. I'm not even sure why my opponent left this in the deck. It seems pretty weak against me, but whatever. Alright, let's try to eat something. I've been really unhappy with Ogre of Bolas, but I guess I'm giving it another chance here. Not so great to reveal a counterspell and the negate, but I'm not sure what I would be doing with Entomb. Entomb is... I mean, I can fetch my big... my other fatty and set up for a big Living Death. Because... yeah, I don't really want to reveal negate and having my opponent know about that. It makes the spell much weaker. So... and given that I have Living Death, giving another fat thing into the graveyard seems like a good option. And next turn I can keep Eat the Charm available to either discard or counter something or kill something and Entomb to put something else on the graveyard. But given the Living Death, I will not care about any creature spell that my opponent might play during the following turns. I don't know, maybe taking the negate was right, but Kind of like the fact that this will put one of my good fatty onto the graveyard. Ral Zarek. I think it's annoying enough that I want to counter it. Yeah. Quite sure that I don't want that to hit the battlefield. It's not the most threatening Planeswalker, but I don't really like it too much. Kind of, I would have wanted to keep the Izzet Charm to discard my rider, but I think I'll go with that for now. And I will stick a Glen Elendra Archmage next turn. And hopefully they don't play another threatening Planeswalker next turn. Because if they don't, then I have Living Death for creatures and the Archmage for anything else that's not a creature, which is pretty decent. Alright, they did nothing, interestingly enough. That's very good news for me, I guess. So I guess I'm just gonna attack for 2 and pass the turn here. Don't have many more things to do. And I will counter pretty much anything with that I can, because if I can get it onto the graveyard, it's great for the Living Death. So hopefully they just don't play a creature that I do have to Living Death away. And yeah, Sun Titan is probably a creature that I do have to Living Death away. And this Exile. Oh. No, I would get back my Archmage. So let me reread that. So yeah, alright. Alright, so I get back my Archmage, so I can Living Death with 1 Archmage activation backup and have the Primus onto the battlefield. That seems good, actually. Alright, let's have fun. Let's just attack first, though. Yeah. 2 damage is definitely relevant. Alright, yeah, that seems like a very solid move. If I did not miss something, and indeed the Archmage came back. Alright, sweet. So now I do have a 6-6 Trampler, Persist, and an Archmage activation available. And not much in hand, but my board state is very solid. Alright, yeah, Living Death has been pretty good. I mean, it's a strong card, but sometimes it doesn't not work so well. Like game 1 it was not really working that well until I just top deck a Manowar. I do want to counter that, I think, yeah. Ooh, Liliana, well that's another very good top deck. Jeez, I've been drawing so well so far, that's crazy. And I can get rid of my rider, which is awesome. As my opponent got rid of a Sphinx Rev. Alright, well that probably means that I have some good things in hand. But I need to find a way to either exile that or you know, put it on the bottom or top of my library, because killing it is not gonna do much for them. It was one of the reasons to counter the wave, because even if they have I think the Miracle Rasp put on the bottom, unfortunately. Ooh, well that's pretty good for the opponent. Alright. Alright, that's surprising. I would assume that they would have killed the Liliana. That seems like a weird choice to me. Interesting. So if I attack and they block, it's my turn, which means that my Persist is gonna be first on the stack, so they will come back first and they will have nothing to copy. So, if I'm not mistaken about how this game works, if my opponent blocks, they will get nothing back. But it's quite interesting. Alright. So their trigger resolve first, so there was nothing, so the Metamorph die, as I will get back mine and be able to kill an Adarkar Waste. Alright, sweet, things worked as I hoped, I guess. As planned. Alright, that was sweet. Sweet interaction. They add the Terminus. Why did they discard it? That seems weird. But things are looking fine here. Even if they deal with the... Alright, another top deck? Jeez. My opponent has been drawing those... miracling those Entreat the Angel like it was a piece of cake. That's crazy. Jeez, that's so good. That's probably one of the only thing that could save my opponent at this point. As I draw another land. Why would you do that to me? Good lord, that's bad and clunky. That's so annoying. Jeez. The thing is now, if my opponent wants to kill Liliana, they will not be able to block the Primus, so there is that. But jeez, that top deck was sick. And I think my opponent misplayed by blocking my Primus, but yeah. I guess that top deck might win them the game. Attacking Liliana with both. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Hopefully they did not top... Alright, well, oh, never mind, they top deck another card. Well, at this point, I don't think I can win anymore, unfortunately. Jeez, Entreat the Angel into Wormcoil Engine. That's sick. Maybe they already add the engine, that would make sense, but still, that's... I cannot beat such top decks. That was too crazy. Alright. Well, that's fairly annoying because I just feel like I've played better than my opponent and pretty much had won the game until they top deck the Entreat the Angel. Because Wormcoil on its own, even if they already had it, would not have done the job for them. So yeah, that was pretty annoying. And I hate miracle cards. Like, if you are playing a deck with 4 brainstorms and some ponders, sleight of hand and stuff like that, sure, it makes sense. But if you are playing them in cube and just trying to luck out your opponent, I find it really stupid. And I find that the miracle spell in cube just add a lot of variance for no actual reason. And yeah, I just dislike that a lot. But it is what it is, not much I can do. I think I will put that back into the deck, given that I'm gonna be on the play, and maybe I wanna cut Nekratal. My opponent showed a decent amount of artifact creatures, and that doesn't seem to match very well against my opponent deck. So yeah, I'll go with that, and hopefully we will not get Entreat the Angel out of the game for no reason. The good news is that the 2 last games were pretty good and interesting, I think. I was just a bit salty about those top decks, but it is what it is. Alright, I think that's a fine keep here. Hopefully I can get more land, but if I do, I should be in a very solid spot. I do have a turn for I don't remember the name of that thing. Archon, the 5/5 flying basically. Alright, put a card on top. I will entomb that right away. Ashen Rider. Archon is the type. Alright. Yeah, just need to draw a few lands and I should be doing some good stuff. And that's 1 land, which is great. and hopefully I'll eat things of that. Ooh, careful study. Don't mind if I do. That's great. That's awesome. And it makes sure, I mean, it makes it much more likely that I hit my 4th land drop. And also, I'd rather reanimate a Woodfall Primus than an Ashen Rider. Yeah, it's slightly better, I think. Reanimate now? Jeez. That's some sick top deck. I will do it. And if they have a counterspell, that's slightly annoying, but it be what it be. Alright. So I have a turn 3 reanimate. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I like reanimating the... Actually... Yeah, I think I will target the Primus. It seems slightly better. And unless my opponent does have Mana Leak, they will most likely lose this game. That's sweet. Turn 3 Primus. That's what you want to do. And into turn 4 Ashen Rider. How good could you have? How good your draw can be. That's sweet. That's so amazing. That's a reanimation deck. Alright. Removing all permanents from the game. Sweet. That was crazy sweet. Also lucky and funny, but very, very funny and sweet game. My opponent did not concede yet, for a reason. They are dead though, it's just 12 power on the board. So, and I do have the return too, so... Yeah, that should be game. Alright, that was definitely sweet. And I was talking about my opponent being lucky top decking the Entry the Angel, but I've been even more lucky to have that draw. But yeah, it's sweet when you build a deck with a team and things just happen perfectly and you have your perfect start and everything is great. That was sweet. I hope you enjoyed that first game. That first match, and I see you guys for round 2.